And we're back. Yeah, man. Boxing, MMA is so exciting right now. Druze Daily Dose. I gotta bring it back. And just focus solely on MMA and boxing, because MMA, especially boxing, is so exciting right now. So exciting. I had to do it. I gotta talk about it. It's gotta be talked about. And I know there's 1,000,001 MMA and boxing podcasts out there, but I'm gonna give it to you my style, Drew style, from my point of view. And yeah, I mean, it's just, combat sports is so exciting right now. It has to be talked about. So anyways, I'm gonna jump right into it. Teofimo Lopez just lost, huge upset. And so, yeah, George Kambosos, he's got all the marbles right now. He's unbelievable, crazy. Everyone in the world thought Teofimo was gonna smoke that guy, and yeah, shout out to George, man. He held it down, representing all the Aussies out there. And he's got all the marbles. And it's crazy because I know Teofimo, he's disappointed because, he got a loss on his record now. And he lost all his titles. And he didn't even defend them. This was his first title defense after beating Lomo. And he failed. He I was going to say failed miserably, but no, it was a good fight. But, he clearly lost. Yeah, man, it's interesting. And, but see, no one, I watch, of course, Teddy Atlas's podcast. He's one of my favorites. The guy's an expert, OG, legend, much respect to Teddy Atlas. But, I watch other interviews and stuff, but no one's mentioning COVID-19. See, Teofimo Lopez, he had COVID, and apparently he had it really bad. So my question is, did COVID play a factor and kind of made him lose a pep in his step? That's my question, and no one's talking about that, which I find interesting. But so yeah, I don't know if COVID played a factor, if he's fully, recovered, and but regardless, you gotta adapt. You gotta rise above it. I mean, if COVID did play a factor, because look at a guy like I know it's a different sport, but Glover Teixeira. Glover Teixeira had COVID-19 real bad too, and he is like damn near, what is he? He's like 42 years old or something. I think he's 42 of the UFC. But there's so much to go over. I know I'm kind of jumping over back to MMA, but Glover Teixeira, he absolutely walked through Jean, I don't know how to say his name, Jean Blachowicz, which was an incredible finish. He got to finish display of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now, me, myself, I trained Jiu-Jitsu for almost 2 years, and that's kind of my highlight of my career, of my combat sports career. I trained a little bit of striking, really not much at all, really, because I did a little bit of sambo, judo, a little bit of wrestling, but mostly Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I've competed, so I know what it's like in a competition setting, but yeah, love Jiu-Jitsu. That's my absolute favorite martial art. Really love all martial arts. But anyways, I'm going to stay on topic, and the topic is these most recent fights. But man, sorry, I'm trying to pull up, there it is, trying to pull up Glover Teixeira so I can get his age. But yeah, the point is, the guy is, he's 42. He had COVID really effing bad, I think like a year ago. And look at him, he's the world champion. He just beat the guy that beat, Israel Adesanya, who's considered one of the GOATs already. I don't know how. I don't know why he's considered one of the, I wouldn't say GOATs. Some people are saying that, though. But anyways, there's so much to go over. Because it's November 2021 right now, and it's like, dude, how do I recap this whole year in a 30-minute friggin' podcast? It's just not possible. It's just not. So let me see what I can do here. Maybe I can go to I don't know. But Teofimo Lopez, and I'm just going to stick to that right now. Because we got Gervonta Davis coming up. We got Devin Haney coming up. He fights tomorrow, actually. Got to watch that weigh-in footage. But Devin Haney, Lomachenko, who else do we got? We got Lomo, Teofimo, Haney. Oh yeah, Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, I don't believe he's a world champion, though. I don't think he's got a title yet. But he is an exciting fighter. A lot of people are fired up. He is an exciting fighter if you watch his fights, And that last fight, Ryan Garcia's last fight, I was particularly impressed because he rose above, kind of what I mentioned earlier. He got knocked down and he rose above it. And it was a nasty knockdown. I mean, it was a legit knockdown. Like, you see his arm, he kind of like got kimora'd, like a kimura in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. His arm kind of went behind his back because he really, he kind of went out for a second. And so his arm went behind his back, kind of in an awkward way. But, he got up, the ref was counting, and he got up. And he came back, and finished the guy. I think he finished that guy with some sort of body punch, I believe. But all these guys, man, it's just so freaking amazing at the talent level right now. It's incredible, dude. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Lomo, Gervonta Davis. But my dude, out of all the little dudes, my dude is Shakur, man. Shakur Stevenson. I know he's the lighter weight guy right now, but he's going to be jumping up in divisions. And I think he beats everybody, man. I think he beats everybody. Because he's so good. His defense is so good. He just fought recently too. He beat that OG. Well, he's kind of an OG now. The Marine. Much respect to him, too. He's an excellent, hell of a fighter. What's his... Herring. I think it's Jamal Herring. But yeah, Herring, the Marine, man. Mad respect to that dude. But he just got absolutely mollywopped. Ran through, shutout, blowout. Like, if it was a basketball game, it would have been like what happened today. Memphis Grizzlies versus OKC. And that was... And I love the NBA, but this podcast is mainly on combat sports. I'm going to keep it focused on. But, man, shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies. It was incredible. 152 to... Oh, I forget. And my math is horrible, so... But subtract 73. They beat them by 73. Memphis Grizz beat OKC by 73. Is incredible. Phenomenal. And, but I'm excited. I'm going to stay on topic. But that's what happened with Shakur Stevenson and Herring. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see... And I know I could be one of these guys, because I was hyped on Teofimo Lopez. The legendary B-Hop, Bernard Hopkins, said no one beats Teofimo. He said no one in that division. Boy, was he wrong, because Kambosos just came through and just man, he put it on. Teofimo knocked him down in the first round, and he tried to say that wasn't a knockdown, but that was a knockdown for sure. And I just heard that his pops smelled like alcohol. I don't know how true that is. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised. The guy looks like he likes to, do some boozing. Excuse me. Sorry. He looks like he likes to do a bit of boozing. Because he's just kind of an aggressive guy, and I don't know. The man looks like he enjoys his alcohol, and it looks like he can get a little, loose-lipped in there. But and not very good corner advice from Teofimo's pops either. I didn't study the whole fight. I watched the fight on a poor quality bootleg, but and then I watched the highlights. I've watched some really good highlights, but yeah, man, it was a great fight. I still need to go back and study it and watch it, from round one, all the way through to the decision. But the highlights were excellent. Really get to see a lot of action if you go to DAZN's YouTube channel. But man, I'm so excited. Shakur Stevenson. But what I was going to say earlier is I might be pulling one of those moves where it's like, I'm like overhyping the guy, overselling the guy, but he's so phenomenal. I've seen his highlights. I've watched his, last couple fights now with Jamal Herring. I'll just say Herring. I don't know if it's Jamel or Jamal, but anyways, the OG. And he, I'm not going to say he's a legend, but Herring is a dope-ass fighter. He was a world champion, tough guy, Marine. And I've watched his highlights, too. And he was smoking dudes. Like, he was looking really good. But yeah, I don't think I'm, because I was really hype on Teofimo, too, though. And especially, reading that B-Hop said that, I was like, okay. But I don't know. I'm not the best boxing predictor. I've been right so far with Bud Crawford. And that division, the welterweight division, super exciting too. We just came off the Sean Porter and Crawford fight. Talk about smoking a dude. Man. No, it was a good fight. It was, Porter did his thing, and, but clearly Crawford was a superior fighter, I thought. And he finished him too. So, I mean, and there's no, but up until that round, I mean, it was a good competitive fight. Because, Porter, he's such a tough guy, and it's good. I mean, I'm glad to see him retire. He had a phenomenal career. And I've always been a big fan of Porter's. I want to go back and watch that Danny Garcia fight, though, because I heard Danny Garcia got robbed. I think I watched highlights. I don't know. But anyways, man. So Crawford's my dude in the welterweight, but I like Spence too, though. But Spence and Crawford, I've been correct on calling their fights. Teofimo, when Teofimo fought Lomo, I was off. I predicted that one wrong because I thought Lomo was going to win. I predicted Lomo unanimous decision. Boy, was I wrong. Teofimo wins, and then Teofimo in this fight, I predicted Teofimo winning the decision. I didn't think he was, because, he kept saying, I'm going to knock out, I'm going to knock this dude out, I'm going to knock this dude out. I didn't think that. I was thinking unanimous decision, but yeah, so, sorry, brain fart. But anyways, in the welterweight division, Crawford's my dude. That's my number one pick. Always bet your money on him. Unless he's fighting Spence. You know, I mean, man, Errol Spence Jr., he is phenomenal. It's him and Crawford, to be honest. Those guys aren't losing. Until they fight each other, they're not losing, dude. And I really don't see anyone beating him. And of course, you know, the all-time Canelo just fought, and of course, flawless victory. But hope that didn't. I just accidentally hit the Google thing. But Canelo, see, and I'm big on Canelo too, but he popped hot for roids twice. You know, that got proven. And he tried to blame it on the steaks that he was eating. You know, like the cows, you know, were injected with steroids or whatever. And, you know, come on, man. You eating meat in Mexico. And he even said that too. He goes, yeah, I know better. I know how they inject cows out here. But yeah, if you knew better, you'd do better. So, you know, I don't know. I think that's just, he's blowing a lot of smoke there. I think it's BS. I think, you know, he was using a little supplement, you know, using some supplements, and, you know, he just got caught up. And I don't know if he's been doing his whole career. I don't think he was juicing back when he fought. I don't know. Maybe he was. That's the thing. We don't know. No one knows. Only him and God knows. But I was going to say, I don't know if he was juicing on the Floyd Mayweather fight. I'd like to think he wasn't, you know. Maybe he was, like, young and didn't really, you know, and didn't start using till he got older. But I don't know, man. The guy's a freak in nature. He's phenomenal. Phenomenal boxer, you know. And I have a lot of Mexican friends and family, you know, who were mad at me because I was going for Triple G. But I'm just a bigger fan of Triple G. I'm a big Canelo fan, though. But I was going for Triple G. And everybody knows Canelo lost to Floyd Mayweather and Triple G. Everybody knows he lost that first fight, man. Come on. You know, Triple G won that first fight. It wasn't no draw. You know, Canelo, he got outboxed. You know, it was a good competitive fight. But, you know, he lost. But anyway, we'll see what happens, you know. We'll see what happens with Canelo. Apparently, he's going to fight that African dude. Damn it, I'm spacing on his name. I watched his highlight reel. He's beatable. Canelo's going to absolutely smoke him. And I think it's at, what, cruiserweight? I think he's going back up to cruiserweight. I think. But yeah, man. Very, very exciting boxing is right now. Absolutely love it. Kind of sounded like Yoda right there. It's exciting, wasn't it? Sorry, that was a horrible Yoda impression. But anyway, so at welterweight, those are my dudes. And then at the little guys, and I know Shakur Stevenson's small right now, but he's going to be making his way up. So I'm just going to include him. Stevenson beats, if he fights, all these guys, Haney, you know, you name it. He beats Lomo. He beats, you know, because he's got phenomenal defense. I know it's not like Mayweather, because Mayweather had the shoulder roll. You know, he had his own, you know, he was a defensive shoulder roll master. You know, he mastered that method. But, Shakur Stevenson, he's just so damn fast, you know, and just the way he gets out of the way of, you know, your punches, he avoids being hit, and then he lights you up, and he's so accurate and fast. It's going to be interesting to see if his power, you know, transcends up to, or goes with him, you know, carries over, I should say, to the other weight divisions, but, you know, we'll see. And it's going to be interesting, too, because I heard Spence is going to move up in weight, too. So, man, that's really exciting. I hope he really does that, because that's going to be very exciting. if Spence Jr. moves up, because 147. But then, damn, we want to see him fight Crawford, though. That's everybody's dream fight. You ask any boxing fan, man, that's their damn dream fight. And nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to see that fight. You'd be crazy not to. But, what was I going to say? Ouch. 147. Yeah, I mean, because of Garcia. Oh, yeah. Not Danny Garcia. Mikey Garcia. He just lost, too. There's been a lot of upsets. That's one thing I wanted to talk about, too. How there's been a lot of upsets in boxing lately. You know, the legendary Manny Pacquiao. You know, he just lost to Yordenis. I forget his last name, but oh yeah, Ugas. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, Manny, that was a huge upset. But I'm pissed off about that fight because he was supposed to fight Spence Jr. He was training to fight Spence, you know, and that would have been a huge money fight. It was still a big money fight because it's Manny Pacquiao, but you know, he was training to fight a southpaw, and then he has to fight an orthodox fighter in Ugas, and it's like, come on, man, you know, for what was it? It was like 3 months, 2 or 3 months he was training to fight Spence, and then all of a sudden, you know, Spence pulls out. He had some kind of eye injury, and so anyways, and Ugas was in shape too. Ugas was in fighting shape. He was training to fight on the undercard. I don't know if he was like the co-main event or whatever, but so Ugas, it wasn't off the couch. Ugas was in shape, ready to fight. So, you know, I just thought, I didn't like the way Manny went out, and that was his retirement fight too. So kind of broke my heart, but it is what it is, you know. But anyways, so that's an upset. And then Mikey Garcia, everyone thought he was going to walk through that dude. And then he got smoked. Well, no, he didn't get smoked, but he clearly lost, you know. It was a close fight, but I think it was a slow start. I watched that fight. I think it was a slow start, and then Mikey it was kind of like too little too late type of deal. But yeah, Mikey Garcia got upsetted. Who are the other upsets I talked about earlier? Oh yeah, Teofimo got upsetted. So, you know, there's been a lot of upsets recently. I know I'm leaving one out. Manny. Damn it. I can't think of the other upset. But anyway, very exciting. But yeah, in the 147 division, I mean, you got, if Spence moves up, I mean, it's just Bud Crawford running that division, because no one else is going to friggin', you know, all these guys got losses, and, you know, we want to see him fight the best, the undefeated, you know, the best guys. And, you know, Danny Garcia, he lost, you know, Porter's retired now, but he's got a few losses anyway. But oh yeah, I just heard about that fight. So Amir Khan and, damn, spacing on his name right now, but the guy that Crawford just fought, no wait, yeah, I believe that was his last fight right before Porter. I'm gonna have to pull it up. Yeah, shit, he has an easy name too, that British guy, but it's gonna be perfect. Amir Khan, I'm excited for that fight. Like, as a boxing fan, why would you not want to fight, watch him? Amir Khan versus next fight. Let me see. Oh, it might be in Dubai too. Kell Brook, there it is. Yeah. Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. Dude, that's hella good. And Crawford beat both of them. So, It's all good, man. February 19th. I'm excited for that. Oh, yeah. And also, Nonito Donaire has a fight coming up. And, he's kind of in that division, but, he's got a few losses. He's coming off a big win, though. I'm proud of him. Because, he's our last. I'm half Filipino, so, I love Manny and Nonito Donaire, the Filipino Flash. But yeah, he never gets brought up with the, Gervonta Davis's, and I guess it's because he's got a few losses, and he's at the tail end of his career. I mean, he's like 38 years old, so, and he's been boxing, most of these boxers, man, they be fighting when they're 12 and shit. Oh, yeah, and of course, heavyweight. Man. Damn, I'm running out of time here, but the heavyweight division, man, y'all already know. I know y'all watched that Tyson Fury and the Bronze Bomber, the Bronze Complainer. No, I'm kidding. Nah, I'm not going to say anything negative because I love both of them. I'm a big fan of both of them. But I was brokenhearted when the Bronze Bomber was making all those excuses and, it was kind of a poor sport type of move there. But, it is what it is, man. He had his chance in that last fight and, he got smoked. He got smoked again. But it was a legendary fight. I mean, that was incredible, man. That's what I mean. Like, boxing is so... Oh, that's the other upset. Is Joshua got upsetted by Usyk. And, yeah, man. Classic little guy coming up from cruiserweight. And, he beats the big giant heavyweight, in Joshua. Joshua's 6'7", what is he, 255 or something like that? I think he's 265, but he's something like that. But, yeah, man, that was a huge upset. A lot of people thought Joshua was going to smoke that dude, man, and that was a good fight. That was a good competitive fight, and I think that was no, you know what it was is Joshua, I think, underestimated him, got clipped with some good shots, and, just kind of wasn't the same. I forget which round it was, but he got clipped, and he was just like, it threw him off his game. It made him, like, start boxing more sloppy and stuff. I got to rewatch it, but so that was the other upset. So we had a lot of upsets. The Manny Pacquiao. Shit, I already forgot all of them. But anyways, you can rewind it. Boxing is just so exciting. So now we got Usyk. He might be fighting the Gypsy, Tyson Fury. But then he might rematch with Joshua. I think Joshua had the rematch clause or whatever they call it in the contract. So we might be seeing that. Or we might be seeing the Gypsy King. Oh, yeah. Damn it. I didn't even get to touch on this. Maybe I will right now. But, yeah, that clown, Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. And in the co-main event, we have of course, I'm a 49ers fan. So Frank Gore versus Darren Williams, man. And I've been a Darren Williams fan, his whole career. Now, my prediction in that fight, I didn't get to give my predictions. I guess I'll do that in the next episode. But yeah, just real quick, I think Williams, he's going to win. He's going to pick him apart, but because, he's 6'3", he's got a reach, and he's been training for years. MMA and he's done MMA training and boxing training. And yeah, it's going to be really interesting. Yeah, man, it's going to be very interesting, because it's classic. It's NFL versus NBA, which hasn't happened in boxing yet, so that's pretty cool. But I'm going for Frankie G. That's what I meant to say. My heart's with Frank, But, you know, he's a little bit older, and, you know, and I hate to say it, but he's, you know, he's taking a lot of brain damage. And if he gets clipped, you know, he might, I don't know, but he said he's done some boxing training. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I just hope no one gets really hurt in that fight, you know, like the Nate Robinson thing. That was kind of a bummer to see Nate get did like that, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, this is combat. You know, you sign the waiver, you sign the contract, and, you know, you're liable to get very, very hurt in there, you know. But anyways, I'm out. I'll see you in the next episode. You know, I'm going to keep it going. I'm bringing the podcast back, man. I have to. It's going to be solely on MMA and boxing because it's just so exciting right now. So anyways, peace, love, and yeah, man. Do the right thing in life. Treat others with kindness. A lot of bullshit going on in the world. So, you know, we all got to come together. You know, none of this race war stuff. You know, we got to come together as one, unite as human beings, and, you know, help each other out. And we gonna be all right. So anyways, peace, love, and enjoy the fights. Because it is cracking right now. The fight game. Alright. Later. Sorry. I always get awkward on the outros. But anyways. Yes. I will see y'all in the next episode. Or you will hear me. I don't know. But anyways. Till the next one. Peace.